Guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are going to be playing one of my personal favorite, or one of the best mods, period, in my... What? Alright guys, it was my fault. I apologize for that. And for that, I do look better anyways. But first off, I want to introduce to you guys one of the best, if not one of my favorite, all-time Minecraft mods. Definitely in the top 10. Jujutsu Craft. Now, I know a lot of people already know this mod. I already know a lot of people went over this mod, plenty of times in the past. This mod is not new, but I just wanted to go over it because, first of all, one person requested it, and second of all, it's one of my top favorite mods, like I just said earlier, so I thought it would be a pretty interesting idea to do. If you guys have any more ideas for mod showcases or playing through a mod, then you can put that in the comments down below. If you guys want me to play through Jujutsu Craft with like some friends and some add-ons, I'd do that as well. Whatever you guys want to see, I'll do that as well. Because I'm that type of guy that uploads pretty frequently now. So let's jump on into things. First things first. You guys aren't seeing anything, bro. Shh. But anyways, first things first, in this mod, you do receive the join or start Jujutsu Craft freaking handbook or advancement because you basically started the game. Now, this mod is well and only played in survival, really. People usually only go in creative for cheating things or grabbing things or something like that. But it is best used in survival. Now, I'm going to be showcasing today all the weapons and all the importance of the Jujutsu mod. Now, you may think, what about all the clothes? Clothes don't really serve any purpose, especially because the Armory Cursed Spirit, which is the only one, and the wheel, the wheel works, but the Armory Cursed Spirit does not. And I do not believe anything else in here actually does anything besides Sukuna's arms. Yeah. Sukuna's arms actually give you more cursed energy if you have an add-on, but I think regularly they don't actually do anything. Yeah, I was right. Curse, I don't know what curse power means, but hey, let's jump on into this, and you guys can help me out too if you know some things that I don't. But first of all, let's make this. No, I actually like the sun setting. But let's get started. So when you first start out, you get a curse technique changer, which can allow you to change your curse technique. We get 2 because we cheated and we're, built different. But you guys normally get 1. And you also get an insect and some Jujutsu clothes depending on what curse technique you pick. Alright, never mind. It's not sunset anymore, really. It's another day. But this insect basically just gives you infinite satiety, or you don't get hungry in this mod. You can choose not to eat it if you still want to eat in this mod, but I don't know why you would want to do that when you should be playing it like Jujutsu Kaisen and not like Minecraft. But people can do it both ways, whichever way they want to. This is the destruction in this mod is too much to really build a house when Sukuna could just pull his domain out and then like the whole village is destroyed. So anyways, in this you get a plethora of options. Add-ons can help with this, and basically picking your curse technique sets you up for the entire game. It literally just sets you up for the entire game. Everything that has to do with the game, whether it's just regular punching, tools, or anything of the sort, have something to do with every single curse technique in the game. I will not be explaining every single one in depth. That is what the wiki is for, and I will not be going over every single one. I'm going to be going over some of the fan favorites, some little secrets that I know, and some things that you guys would probably want to see in the span of 30 minutes of a usual showcase. Unfortunately, I do not have all the time in the world, so I'm not going over all of them. Sorry, not sorry, but yes, I will be going over some. Now, jump on into things. You can add any add-on from the Jujutsu thing. Like if you just type in Jujutsu on a Curse Forge, or you just type in Jujutsu on like on your browser, you can pull up plenty of add-ons to Jujutsu Craft that'll make the game way better, the mod way better. because if you didn't know, this mod is not really finished, and it could use a lot more things, including veils and 0.2 second domains, way more curse techniques, finished, fleshed out curse techniques, remodeled and more Gojo stuff, just a lot more things that you could use, such as like Yuji being able to soul punch and soul hit. But that's just recommended. Here are the add-ons on screen. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's jump on into this. Before we pick a curse technique, by the way, there are orbs you can get around the world, or you can spawn with, depending on what curse technique you pick, and I'll tell you in a second. Master 6 Eyes. 6 Eyes basically gives you, it's not limitless. Do not get these two things mixed up. 6 Eyes and limitless makes you basically the real Gojo, but it's not end all be all. 6 Eyes is not limitless. It does not just straight up give you limitless. So if you pick up 6 Eyes in the wild and you're like, oh, why the fuck did I get infinity, or why didn't I get limitless? Well, you're not supposed to, because infinity is part of the limitless technique, but it's only granted to the user after obtaining the 6 Eyes. So besides that, 6 Eyes is still busted. You still don't want to pass up on the chance to get some 6 Eyes. So if you're not Gojo, if you didn't pick Gojo's curse technique in here, it doesn't mean 6 Eyes is useless. In fact, any curse technique can get it. You can literally pick some random one, and there's a 0.1% chance, I believe, of getting 6 Eyes just right off the gate. Being born with it, you don't have to look for it or nothing. But if you do need to look for stuff, by the way, any of these orbs are found in what is called a Stevenson screen. Stevenson screens Sukuna's finger, and you can get a random weapon or random one of these things, one of these orbs inside of there. The next thing that you can just straight up spawn with is being completely physically gifted. You can only straight up spawn with this if you pick the Maki curse technique, which is one of the ones I'm actually going to showcase today.
Stop the cap.
And Maki's is basically like you can literally be straight up born with this if you like click Maki and got lucky, and it says you were completely physically gifted. That just means you're Toji, to be honest. Because Maki got it after her sister died and eventually awakened into it, if you didn't know. No. Oh, shoot. Spoiler warning! Maki is not fully physically gifted, or doesn't have the full heavenly restriction package until it's basically, given to her after her sister kind of dies. It's kind of like she more achieves it through, well, she kind of lost it because she's a twin with someone. It's hard to explain because I don't have time to explain here and now. Showcases, you have to go quick. But you guys basically get the point. Physically gifted and 6 Eyes are pretty busted. Physically gifted makes it so you have 0 cursed energy, and only Maki can do it. Only Maki. So if you pick any of these other ones, you're not going to be able to do it. But it basically makes it so you have no domain. You can't use nothing. But at the same time, you're not detected by a domain. You're not detected by cursed energy. So as long as you have some pretty busted special grade curse tools that we'll be going over soon, you can actually make a heavenly restriction user really, really overpowered. And with add-ons, you can make them even more overpowered. Now with add-ons, you also make people with cursed energy way more overpowered, but we don't want to get into that yet. So next is Falling Blossom Emotion. This is what Gojo and this is what Naibito Zenin used against their respective combatants in order to make sure the domain's sure hit does not surely hit. Domain expansion. If you don't know, now let's get into this. Let's actually do this properly. But first, we need to get out of this proper sexy attire. Higuru moves fit, by the way. He looks sexy. Higuruma. How do you guys pronounce his name? Higuruma? Yeah, he looks pretty sexy. No, so let's pick one. First things first, I want to pick Yuji Itadori. Now, I know I barely picked this curse technique if you guys are used to playing servers with me, because in my servers, I play servers. I need to start doing it on my YouTube server again, but I don't know if anyone even talks in there. So for now, I'm just going to keep doing my Naruto World server, but if you're, either one is going to be in the link down below so that way you guys can actually check them out. But I do exploit Minecraft servers with people occasionally, and you know that I never pick Yuji if you play with me. I literally never pick that one. But I do know how Yuji works. So first things first, Yuji is one of the only characters that start with a higher cursed power or cursed energy than normal. In fact, I think he actually is the only character. But his combat and physicals are literally pretty much just like anyone else's. I think he gets a slight higher boost, but it doesn't matter too much. You can backstep by pressing S and space, which you can change the controls. Press G to simple domain, press H for reverse curse technique, and press N for domain amplification. Press V if you have infinity, but we do not have infinity. However, once we become Gojo, we will be able to do that. So let's turn this into normal mode. Now, peaceful mode does not spawn anything, as you know, so let's do this. First things first, something to get out of the way is that different mobs drop different things, but I don't have time to go over them all. So the wiki will be in the description as well. First, spawn like that, and then you just collect fame, and then I'm going to show you how you get the first grade up, and then the rest I'm just going to cheat in the grades so you guys can get a sense. But a move for sorcerer is because I have so much fame that they just did it for me, you know what I'm saying? So now it says in here I have got grade 4 sorcerer after I conquer fame. And yeah, it kind of continues the same trend, sort of. It's like curse technique changer. Alright, yeah, we're cool. Now we have unlocked Divergent Fist, which I don't want to know what it does, but I'm pretty sure it just opens up your fist. Let's test it out, I guess. Oh, it gives a delayed hit, just like the show. I thought it would be different. I don't know. But 4 consecutive attacks. Okay, that's very specific. Anyways, besides Yuji's bag being weird as hell, let's grab. No, what the fuck? I did not mean to grab that, guys. Grade up. It's just grade up. Let's get all the way to grade 1 sorcerer. We're gonna want to get domain up. We're gonna just grab everything, just for the sake of it. Now, I do not want to use 6 eyes until we use Gojo, so we're actually gonna put it away. But it really works for everyone. It just decreases the curse energy usage by a lot. So Divergent Fist here will go from 50 to 5 if you were to put on 6 eyes. Anyways, simple domain. Boom. Domain expansion. Oh wait. It's for Maki only. Maki only. Falling Blossom mode, which is literally like simple domain but better, like I told you. Except if they won't spot. I did tell you that, I think. Reverse curse technique and domain application. Now let's master reverse curse technique all the way to its final. Oh, that's its final? I guess before add-ons really do boost the experience, but reverse curse technique level 2, which is pretty good. So now we just need to turn special grade. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we are OP. Let's see Yuji's domain expansion, which, as you can see right here, this is a domain expansion, and it just ensures every single sure hit works. Alright. Now that we use that, what the fuck? 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 Bro, what literally just happened? Alright, we can just cheat everything anyway. So, the next step to getting Yuji's bag is Yuji is a bit weirder than everyone else. So you have to do weird shit. And, to start out, we need to get, by the way, domain expansion, just like reverse curse technique, can be upgraded like multiple times over. So we're gonna do that real quick. Because you can continue to do the same thing, and now our domain should be like automatically anti all things. But let me show you guys how to really play this mod the best way, and that's to always look at advancements. Because in advancements, you get a basic hint on what's going on and how to do stuff. So, as you can see here, I have not hit a black flash yet, which is Yuji does a lot, so I have to wait for that. But once we do, I think we get observation of the soul. And if we don't get observation of the soul, it's because we need Sukuna or we need 64 soul sand, which is actually why we had 64 soul sand in here. But, you know, I got ruined, so we have to find Toto as well to get deep concentration. We have to eat 6 death paintings and eat 3 death paintings for those. So first things first, I was going to get the death paintings, but everything just has to mess up. So we're gonna do that. Oh, we got eat all night. All right. Ooh, there we go. Piercing blood. Charge it up to its max, just like you could charge up regular hit with your max to your max. Supernova. All right, let's just fight. Supernova, just like we need to fight anyways because it's the best way to experience it. Legit no. I think you can use effects like yeah. It's a random chance, but you will get Black Flash once you do that. God. I'm cracked, dude. Alright, well, now that we got that, the next step is to find Toto, which we're not finding Toto in a flat world. So, boom. Thanks, Toto. Concentrate. And now I can hit Black Flashes pretty much on command. I think that's how that works. Once again, I've literally never played this dude, but I've seen my friends play him, so I pretty much know how he works. Alright, let's go. Full charge. Pretty much hit Black Flashes. Jesus Christ, we need a stronger enemy. These guys are weak. We need. Oh no, we're not ready for Sukuna. I don't think we're ready for Sukuna. Let's go Gato. You guys can hold barrage as well. Did one. No, they didn't. Alright. Really just combat. no explanation for it, to be honest. Kind of just. But since we've shown you, it's time to upgrade the deck. And to show you how to do that, you know, you're already familiar, dude. I didn't even know he did that. But basically, Sukuna allows you to get even more power. And all 20 fingers, dude, domain expansion literally takes nothing to use, bro. You can also switch between them, but like Sukuna only has a 5-minute effect for you. He literally just lasts forever. Like that nigga. I mean, like that dude is not getting out of your body.